afternoon, y'all. This is another very quick update video. Maybe a little less brief than the previous one, but basically, the only major thing I got done for the game today was creating the model for the ship. Now, I don't want to brag, but I think the model came out absolutely wonderfully, but yeah, not much in the way of stuff was added. So this is all based off of, almost all of it's based on one texture. It's just had a bunch of random, like, I guess you could say greebles on it. So yeah, we got that. Rescale the ship. It's got functioning landing gear, and we have air-breathing engines. So really the only additions were ship model, air-breathing engines, and landing gear. It's a little janky right now at the moment, and it's very cumbersome, as the physics system is used to dealing with ships quite literally maybe a fourth of the size, if not less. So yeah, I received a lot of really good responses from y'all concerning whether or not larger ships are a good idea, and I have to say I agree with most of you. So one thing that people did bring up was multiplayer, and that is something that I do want to talk about in this video. So my previous experiences with multiplayer, they are not exactly very good. Last time I tried to implement multiplayer in the game, well, probably the inventory system that you hear me raving on about all the time. So that game, the reason why the inventory was such a pain in the ass was because I wanted to make it work in multiplayer, and that the amount of data that needed to be synchronized across all the clients and shit and everything, doing everything without it breaking, and it was next to impossible without writing in a very specific and not really weird but inconvenient way. And then I accidentally produced a game-breaking bug, which I've dubbed quantum entanglement, that I still cannot figure out how to fix. So yeah, as you can see, we toggle this on, and if we're in the atmosphere, we get a lot more thrust power. It's basically just a tack-on, very quick way. I will eventually give its own system. It's just a very quick way to allow you to fly in atmosphere with a ship this big. Also should probably update that. Anyways, and if I click this button right here, the landing gear will deploy. It's got an animation. You cannot see it because you are, in the ship. If I rotate around very slowly to see the shadow. Anyways, yeah. Multiplayer in this game, as insanely difficult as it would be, I have some theories for how it could work, and it's technically feasible. But as pointed out to me by many people, and just common sense to be perfectly honest, you are very unlikely to find someone to play this game with. Hey, look, it's a ship. Like, respectfully, the communities for these types of games are extremely niche. It's not a mainstream type of game. So, multiplayer is not going to be a focus. I just want to put that out here now. It will probably eventually receive a multiplayer update. I'm not gonna promise that right away because given the state of the game right now, there's the shadow. Multiplayer is way far off, so if I just punch this button, you'll see it, the landing gear deploy. I thought it was retracted. Oh dear. Okay, well, I seem to have just made a bug where when retracting the landing gear, plays the animation for deploying it. But if I just land it, I can just show it off regardless. I can fix that in like 2 minutes. Alright, so if you hop out and back here, is this still the exit? Oh god, yeah, I forgot to fix the spawn points. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the Smoothie channel, where we do things halfway and present them anyway. So yeah, this is the new model. It's a little small, so I'll need to scale it up, but that'll take a hot minute to do, so yeah. So I personally kind of like this outside a lot. I put a lot of time into it. I'm very proud of it. Anyways, so yeah, that's really about it. At some point I would like to get this spring suspension, but I'm not sure how to do that, and I guess we'll figure that out. So yeah, there's that, and the landing gear in theory works, and the air-breathing engines do work. So anyways, multiplayer, unlikely to happen, at least for a while. And if I do ever implement it, I'm going to make it specifically, you don't have to play with multiplayer. I'm maybe going to add, like, a few multiplayer exclusive missions or something, that like stuff that can't be done with multiplayer. I think Half-Life Decay, but yeah. I really don't want to make this a multiplayer exclusive game or anything along those lines, because, let's be perfectly honest, it's very unlikely to find someone to play this game with, so... Like, this is not only a niche genre, but also an insanely niche game with an equally insanely niche following, so yeah. Anyways, as for the last thing with larger ships, I genuinely feel like the way I'm going to handle larger ships in the final versions of the game is focusing less on AI management and more so just allowing you to customize the floor, not the floor plan, well, just like put stuff in the ship, because at some point I'm going to have the ability to customize where stuff, like, for example, if we take a look at these storage containers, I'm going to at some point let you move these around and put them in wherever you want. This might have a purpose, I'll let you put that wherever you want. Just like a bunch of like furniture items and shit. So larger ships are going to be primarily for customization and storage. Also, I have one last thing that I can't technically show off, but I have it in the works. I have a very rudimentary quest system that is, I don't know if I already told you guys about this, but I'm working on that, and a dialogue system technically ripped from my previous game, but hey, look, reuse code, it makes your life a lot easier. Hopefully that'll be in by tomorrow, but as shown by yesterday, today, and most likely tomorrow, it's a really busy week, and I have a shit ton of stuff to do outside of this, so updates will probably be somewhat slow. Fortunately, well, actually, once we are past... Okay, that's a complete lie, never mind. I'm going to be pretty occupied for probably until the summer, and even then, I'm not sure how much free time I'll have, so... But I can expect development is not going to slow down much more than it already has. Like maybe 1 to 2 new features a day, I'm not sure, we will see. But I think I'm making good progress and good speed, and I've been currently experiencing a little bit of creative burnout recently, but... Okay, that's only partially true, but... Either way, development might slow down a tiny bit, but you shouldn't expect... I will continue doing daily videos if possible. So yeah, that's about it. So see you guys later. Thank you for making this so much more enjoyable than it has any right to be. And love you guys.